In this episode, I will be speaking on your belief system. How much impact does our belief system have within our leadership walk? Your leadership has the potential to manifest itself only within your nature. Remember this, your leadership has the potential to manifest itself only within your nature. Your nature is hidden within your characteristics, and your characteristics are hidden attributes of your belief system. And that is exactly what we'll be speaking on today, our belief system.
This is the Rocky Zapata Leadership Podcast.
Welcome and thank you for joining us for another episode of the Rocky Zapata Leadership Podcast. My greatest desire is for you to learn. And from what you learn, please apply these teachings to your daily walk, your daily leadership walk. Apply them to your life. I guarantee you, your life will never be the same. And I want to take real quick a moment to personally thank those who have shared this podcast in their social media. I've seen many people share it. I want to thank you. I appreciate you. If this podcast is a blessing, please invite family, invite friends to join the Rocky Zapata Leadership Podcast. Help us get this podcast out. And as many of you know, I love to start my teachings with a funny story. And I heard of this senior citizen who was driving down Fifth Avenue in his brand new Porsche with the top down. This senior citizen was going 100 miles an hour when he saw flashing red lights from a police officer through his rearview mirror. Without thinking about it, he stepped on the gas even more and took off to 120 miles per hour. He heard the sirens behind him and finally pulled over after a 30-minute chase. And the man said to the police officer, "I am sorry. I do not know what I was thinking, officer. Please forgive me." The police officer said, "Listen, it is Friday, 6 o'clock. My shift is over. But if you tell me one good reason why you were speeding that I never heard of before, I will let you free." The man thought about it and said, "Officer, years ago, my wife ran off with a police officer and I thought you were bringing her back." The police officer said, "Have a great weekend." So God bless those wives out there. They are a blessing. But let's dive into our text directly. And today we'll be speaking on something great, which is our belief system. I want to tell you something today, which is very unique when it comes to leadership. Every leader is different. Every leader is different, which is why they lead differently. Each leader has a unique nature within himself, and that nature derives from a leader's characteristics. And those characteristics are hidden attributes of the leader's belief system. Leaders are defined because their belief system is different. Leaders possess a completely different belief system from the rest of humanity. This is why leaders execute goals, because of their belief system. If you want to leave a mark in this world, you must expand your belief system. As a leader, if you want to leave a mark in this world, you must expand beyond your belief system. Expanding your belief system simply means to allow your mind to go above and beyond. Even when you feel fear, even when you feel doubt, even when you feel uncertainty, allow your mind to go above and beyond despite the odds. Your belief system is the motor behind a successful leadership walk. Now the question is, what exactly is a belief? A belief is assuring that something exists. A belief is assuring that something exists. And what exactly is a system? A system consists of elements which connect to one another with the sole purpose of achieving a goal. A system consists of elements which connect to one another with the sole purpose of achieving a goal. In other words, a belief system together is completely mentally based. Believing in something, even when you do not see that something with your own physical eyes, that is mentally based. Believing your business will succeed. Believing your career will be fruitful. Believing your best leadership days are ahead of you is all based in your belief system. Even when you do not see it with your own physical eyes, you must understand that this navigates in your own belief system through your mentality. I have read numerous books on leadership, and I mean numerous. I have attended numerous seminars on leadership. And one thing I have found in all books and all seminars is every leader identifies himself with the lion. And I always wonder, why the lion? So I decided to dig deeper and study the lion even deeper. I mean, studying the Bible, even God himself, the creator and sustainer of the heavens and the earth, also identifies himself with the lion. I figured at this point there has to be something more to the lion. Whether you believe in God or not, that is your problem. But he has helped me achieve a good thinking within my belief system through his word, the Bible. The Bible is the living word of God, and it has helped me become who I am. I mean, I always say my favorite verse of the Bible, which is, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So don't you talk bad about God around me, because he is the source to every success. And as I did some research, one of the things I learned in the lion is that he is the king of the jungle. Yes, the lion is the king of the jungle. And yes, I also learned this fact watching the Lion King movie with my daughter Leilani during our Saturday movie nights. But when we say the jungle, we are speaking within the animal kingdom. The lion is the king of the animal kingdom. The lion has a belief system that makes him different from the rest of the animals in the jungle. You as a leader must have a belief system that makes you different from the followers. The lion demonstrates his belief system with his presence. You as a leader must demonstrate your belief system with your presence. The lion, as the king of the jungle, is a great motivation resource for us all. Listen to this factual negative characteristics of the lion. Yes, negative factual characteristics that define the lion. Listen to this. The lion is not the tallest. The lion is not the largest. The lion is not the smartest. And the lion is not the fastest animal within the animal kingdom. The lion lacks all these qualities, which are negative characteristics of himself. But even beyond the negatives, and even beyond lacking these qualities, the lion is still known as the king by the other animals. Homologous to the lion, we all have negative characteristics which you cannot allow those to define you. Yes, we all have negative characteristics which you cannot allow those negative characteristics define you. Listen, do not feel bad if you have certain negative characteristics. We all do. Hey, maybe you know what? You do not need to be the tallest. You do not need to have the most muscles or have a six-pack like me. Yes, I have a six-pack. By the way, that's a joke. I don't have a six-pack. I tried, but I ate too many tacos. So you do not need to have the most muscles or have a six-pack. You do not need to be the smartest to be a successful leader. Your negative characteristics do not define you. You know what defines you? Your belief system defines you. Only your belief system has the ability to define you as a leader. With all these negative qualities, what defines the lion, the king of the animal kingdom? His belief system. That makes him the king. Listen, even if you're short, even if you have no muscles, even if you're not the smartest person in the room, what composes you as a leader is completely based on your belief system. What will define your successful leadership? It is completely based in your belief system. Every animal in the animal kingdom sees the lion as the king. When the giraffe sees the lion, one thing comes to the giraffe's mind: the leader, the king. If a lion sees a giraffe, one thing comes to his mind, and one thing only: dinner is served. Can I get some guacamole with that? This is the belief system, what it's all about. The giraffe is taller than the lion, bigger than the lion, but this is not a size battle. It is a belief system battle. The lion acts, moves, and attacks within his belief system. He believes he is the king. There is no animal stronger than him, and acts within that belief system. His belief system is leadership mentality based. You can come from a rich background or possess multiple college degrees, but if you have a poor belief system, you will never discover your full leadership potential. Leaders are different because they possess a unique belief system, and those belief systems derive from the mind. They are mentally based. How do you think is the question? Your belief system is hidden in what you think about yourself. So I'm going to ask the question, how do you think? Because your belief system is hidden within you. You cannot think or expand beyond your mentality, beyond your belief system. You cannot grow beyond that belief. The lion is the king because that is his belief system. It is what his mentality tells him to think about himself. You are defined by what your mentality tells you to think about yourself. If you tell yourself, I'm successful, you're going to be successful. If you tell yourself, I am the best, you're going to be the best. Even if at the moment it doesn't seem that way, you will reach it because it is based on your belief system. I was born in Managua, Nicaragua, in a fifth world country, to a very poor family in the middle of a civil war that expanded for 11 years, from 1979 to 1930. It was a civil war between the Sandinistas and the Somocistas, which took the lives of more than tens of thousands of Nicaraguans. The country was at its lowest point. We lacked food, we lacked medicine, and we lacked all basic living needs. I remember eating dinner one night, and all we had was a loaf of bread, salt, and water. Yes, all we had was a loaf of bread, salt, and water. I ate dinner that night, and afterwards I was still really hungry. I imagine my mother, father, uncles, and cousins. They were hungry as well. We live in a 2-bedroom home, which housed more than 10 of us. A house of 4 brick walls in the outside and divided by bedsheet walls in the inside. We were so poor, and I mean so poor, we lost track of poverty, right? I mean, we were so poor, we didn't even know we were poor. That's how poor we was. I was born during this difficult time in the country. We did not have much, and during this time, it was the perfect time to think negative and develop a poor belief system. But my mother forced me to think differently. She forced me to have a belief system beyond what my eyes were seeing. She always told me, Rocky, this is temporarily, son. You don't have to worry. You can do all things in life, and you can do anything you like. My mother was sharpening my thinking. She was sharpening my belief system. You cannot expand your leadership potential beyond your belief system. Remember, you cannot expand your leadership potential beyond your belief system. You know why? Because you are limited to your thinking. You are limited to your thinking. You are who you believe that you are. That is you today. If you want to change your today with a positive outlook into the future, change your belief system. Now, if you want to change your belief system, there are 3 important factors that should surround your belief system into a successful change. Number 1, you need to believe in you, believe in yourself. If you have no faith in yourself, no one will. If you do not believe in your vision, no one will. If you do not believe in who you are, no one else is going to believe in you except your mother, right? Because mothers always lie to us in a good way. Like your mother tells you you're beautiful when you're not. So if you don't believe in yourself, no one will believe in you except your mother. Number 2, you need to have an appetite for your vision. This is extremely important part of a belief system. If you don't have an appetite for your vision, no one else will. You need to love and have a passion for what you envision. That's what you love. That's what you have a passion for. I believe in me. I'm going to go chase it. I'm going to achieve it. I'm going to find roadblocks. I have to climb mountains. I have to climb ladders. But I am going to go and I am going to fight and I am going to believe until I reach that vision that I have set for myself. And the third part of a belief system is self-motivation. Okay? Listen to this. Leaders are self-motivated. The self-motivation comes from your belief system. As a leader, you will find yourself alone many, many times, all by yourself, with no one to lift you up. That is where self-motivation enters. When no one is around and it's just you and your room and God, you need to motivate yourself and believe that your best days of your vision are ahead of you. Do not feel bad about your negative characteristics. Welcome to the real world. We all have them. But real leaders go beyond their limits and expand past our limitation. Be like the lion today. Think of yourself as the king of the jungle. And I guarantee you, your leadership walk will flourish.
Thank you for joining us at the Rocky Zapata Leadership Podcast.